The bad news is this morning my husband and I ran out of our flaxseed hair gel, but the good news is now I get to make it and show you how I do it. The ingredients to make this gel are super simple. You just need filtered water and flax seeds, and I like to add rosemary oil. So you're gonna need a clean pot, a clean jar, and a cheesecloth, and a strainer and a bowl. If you strain your flaxseed gel only with the strainer, you're going to be left with little dusty particles, and it's gonna make you look like you have dandruff. So if you have a cheesecloth, you can strain it properly. The first thing we're going to do is put some water in our pot and bring that to a boil. I just use my jar to measure. I'm going to pour in double whatever container I'm using to store the flaxseed gel. We're going to lose a lot of the liquid in the process, so I just double it up. One of the reasons I love using this flaxseed gel is because my skin is so sensitive to hair products. If I use just normal curl creams and gels, I will get acne. It will irritate my skin. This doesn't irritate my skin at all. The consistency of your gel is going to change based on how much flaxseed you add. So I'm gonna add 1/4 cup to this. I'm gonna add just a bit more than 1/4. I'm not even in frame. I'm gonna add just a, okay. I did that so unwell. Wasn't in frame, wasn't it giving you precise measurements. We're gonna let this simmer on a high medium heat. So I have it on a 7 right now on an induction stove, and we're gonna set the timer for 15 minutes, stirring occasionally. The consistency of your gel will change based on how much flaxseed you put in it. You might need something very light, or you might need something with a stronger hold. So you're going to see it bubbling up like this. This is exactly what we want. Right now it's very liquidy. It's not anywhere near done. It's only been going for a minute. And I will say, it smells bad. I think the process of making flaxseed gel is kind of stinky. So I'm just letting you know that it's not the greatest smell. That's why I add essential oil to it, and also because rosemary oil is supposedly good for our hair. Some people make their flaxseed gel by soaking the water overnight instead of boiling it, because they say that it holds more of its benefits for the hair. But it takes a long time, and I find that it's a lot harder to strain. And if you strain it while it's hot, you can get the seeds out and the liquid separated a lot more easily. Make sure you take time to scrape the bottom, because the gel will start to stick a little bit down there. There's this gentle balance that we want to achieve, which is that it's thin enough to strain it, but thick enough that we know it's gonna set up and get thicker. Because as it cools down, it will thicken and take form more. You can see it thickening up, but it's still kind of thin, but either way, it's gonna work and it's gonna turn out fine. There's no perfect method, there's no perfect gel, it's fine. Part of it is just, trust the process and work with what you got when you get it. We're definitely at the end of the cooking period here, and here, let me adjust the camera so you can see. I would have preferred it thicker than this. You can see that it does have some tension to it, there's some thickness. But we're just gonna try it out and see what happens. So you can add more flaxseed, take away more flaxseed, add more water, take away more water. It's very customizable. So let's strain it. So this is my least favorite part, and it's actually probably gonna be easier because it's thinner. So it's really important, like I said, that you have both. So we're just gonna pour it in there. Oh yeah, I like it, okay. And there's definitely a lot of seeds stuck at the bottom, so let me get all of those. Look at how sticky the seeds are. They're just sticking to the spoon. Everything is sticky. So that's perfect. Already it's straining by itself. This is why the cheesecloth and the strainer work together, because you don't want to touch this. It's really hot. So we're just gonna stir it and just kind of push it down and just let the gel come through all on its own. We'll let gravity do the majority of the work. It's too hot to squeeze it. Unless you have some big rubber gloves or something, just don't do it. Now let's look and see look at that. Our gel is coming through. That's just air bubbles. Perfect. I know it looks gross on camera, doesn't it? I don't actually like the smell of this process or the textures. There's quite a lot of gel in the seeds, but I'm just telling you, it's too hot. We can't go in and squeeze it out, and sometimes we do lose a little bit, and that's just part of the process. The bottom of the strainer is gonna have extra goodness down there, so get the seeds off of your spoon if you can, and scrape the bottom of the strainer. So now we're gonna mix this and just see what we're working with. It definitely has, look, thickness to it. You see that? That's gel. This is gonna turn into gel. It's gonna be just fine. See if I can catch this. Ooh, perfect. Oh my gosh, look. Do you see that? That's gel. That's amazing. That's gonna be nice and sticky. And good, I filled up the jar. That was kind of what I was going for. My husband and I both use this, so it's really important to me that we can both get plenty. Here's the gel. So I'm just gonna add, and this is hot, I'm gonna add just however much I want, really. Probably 5 drops or so, whatever, I don't care. And then I'm doing it while it's hot because it's gonna be easier to mix in. I'm gonna stir that in. Do you see how much this is already taking shape? Like, whoa, okay. Rosemary oil is strong. We're gonna put a lid on. And I'm just gonna put this in the fridge and let it sit for like 30 minutes and show you when it's done. Actually, I also need to show you, in the meantime, get rid of those flax seeds. If you wanna leave them in the cloth and wring them out, you can, but it's gonna be such a pain to get them out of the cheesecloth. So I really just let these just drop off into the trash and scrape them off and deal with this problem right away. Because the longer they sit here and crust onto the cloth, the more of a pain in the butt it's gonna be. So just go ahead and get those off. Didn't intend to show you my trash can on top of my countertop, but I think this step is important because it's such an overwhelming mess if you don't get it taken care of right away. I'm already overstimulated because I'm doing this and filming. You're just gonna put this in the sink, run it under fresh water, and take the cloth and rub it together. And doing this will help you then wash it in the washer without messing anything up. They'll come off of it in the water, it'll be fine, but you'll feel the thickness of the gel in the cloth, and it might inspire you to try to get those last few drops out sometime. I feel like I'm already doing something that's so good and so healthy and so clean that me losing these last couple of drops of gel and seeds, I don't care. So now, once you have done that, you're free to throw this in the wash, and it's much easier to deal with. And same with this. There's gonna be lots of stickiness in there. It all just comes out with water really easily. And this. You don't wanna get these off when they're dry. Go ahead and pre-rinse. Pre-rinsing saves us in the future. All right, our gel is finished. Let me share with you the final results. I'm gonna take a spoon because I don't wanna dip my hands in there, but look at that thickness. That is gel. Fantastic. And like I said, it could even be made a little bit thicker, a little bit thinner, however you want. You really just have to play with it and learn what is your preference. So I hope you liked this video so much. If you try it, let me know, and I'll see you next time.